Hey guys, Mike back here at Air Guns. Here today with a brand new Oneleaf scope. I'm a big fan of Oneleaf. I did the NV100, NV400. This one here is the NV400. I love this scope. A lot of my videos feature this scope. Any of the videos you see me looking at the monitor instead of up on the scope is done with this NV400. 4K, 52X, night vision, ballistic calculator, everything's built into here. So that's the NV400, an amazing scope. Well, they have a new product coming out, and they sent it to me and asked me to review it. I want to thank Oneleaf for sending it to me. It's the NV500. Okay, now I've gone through the specs on this. From what I can tell, the NV500 has got everything the NV400's got, plus. Okay, the first thing, the NV500 is much smaller, so this thing's got a lot of mass to it. It's a good bench scope, but it might be a little too heavy to lug around in the woods. But the NV500 is a smaller frame, but does everything the NV400 does. Plus the NV500, this is really cool, has got interchangeable lenses, front lenses, optic lenses. So you can put a 2X lens on it, and you got 2 to 26 magnification, which is good. You can put the 4X optical lens on the front, and now you've got basically the 4 to 52X, which is what the NV400, the one I use is. And it's also got a future lens coming out of 5X. So if you put a 5X lens on this NV500, that would be 5 times 13, that's going to be 65X zoom, which is crazy. So let's get into it. Again, this is just the unboxing, what's in the box, and then I'll take it out and do all my tests that I do on it. Night vision, long range, recording, and everything else. So let's get to it. We're gonna open it up. All right, guys, I want to show you how to do the lens. Okay, so I've attached the smaller 2 magnification lens, 2 to 26. Okay, so there's a button, lens release right here, and a lock. Okay, so basically you're gonna depress this and go counterclockwise, and that comes out. Okay, so this is the smaller one. This is the larger one. Okay, so I'm gonna line these up right here. Okay, try it again. We're gonna line these up right here. Boom, now it's locked. Okay, I can't get over how small this is. Again, I'm used to this, right? And I love this, but this is crazy good. Okay, if this thing does all that this one does, and you got the ability to interchange the lenses on and go from 2X to 4X to 5X, that's crazy good. Okay, so just looking at the scope, so this is now your rangefinder. Okay, so here's your old rangefinder. Okay, now here's your new rangefinder. Okay, very, very small. It's got Picatinny on top of the rangefinder. Okay, so on the other one you put on the other side. Now if you want to put your illuminator on here, okay, that's going to go on just like that and still maintain a small footprint. Okay, but you're only going to use this if you're night hunting. If you're not night hunting, you can just simply detach this, and keep it on this low profile, which is really nice. All right, folks, this first video was just basically an introduction into the scope. I wanted to get this out, show you what's in the box, tell you about the features. I've already shot the, I think, second, third video on this that shows the actual performance of it. That's up next, but I want to keep these videos short. So let me just recap real quick this NV500. The fact that it has interchangeable optical lenses with electronics in it is crazy good, right? So this is a 4X lens, optics. This is a 2X. The 2X has got an aperture in it, so basically you just rotate this dial and it opens and closes the lens and lets more or less light in depending on what your needs are. I think I showed that in the upcoming video. I show how that works really well. We talked about the interchangeable lenses. So 2X, 4X, they're coming out real soon with a 5X and a 7X. So if you want to talk about zoom, 26 power zoom, 52 power zoom, the 5X will give you 65 power zoom, and the 7X lens will give you 91 power zoom. You talk about up close, that's on the 7x lens, which is coming out soon. It's got a Sony 4K sensor in it. It shoots 4K video at 120 frames a second. So, you know, a lot of my videos have footage through the scope where you can actually see how I'm aiming, you know, recording it in these scopes. It's got the 3 modes: day, twilight, night. The night vision on this is, again, an upcoming video, is crazy good. Sees in the dark. I mean, takes the disadvantage of darkness completely out of the picture. So I've got footage where I just shoot like I'm shooting in daytime in pitch black. 437 yard night vision illuminator. So this is the illuminator. Okay, it's smaller than the old one. Okay, and it goes out to 437 yards to, I mean, 4 football fields. It illuminates. It's got 3 power settings on it: low, medium, and high. It's got a spot focus on it. So again, if you want to light up the whole viewfinder, you can do it, or if you want to push that illumination into a spot or to a smaller focus, you know, you can do it just by turning this right here. Talk about rangefinder. This rangefinder's right here goes out to 1,500 yards. So it's got a ballistic calculator built into it, right? So I've got a video out on the NV500 ballistic calculator, the one that's in this one. Okay, it's the same exact thing that's in this one. So ballistic calculator, you know, got it zeroed at 50. All of a sudden I see a target out there at 120. I just turn the ballistic calculator on. If the settings are in it right, when I aim at it, the rangefinder knows the distance and actually puts the cursor, okay, up to where you point the gun up. Actually puts the cursor down where you point the gun up to hit the target without adjusting turrets, which is really nice. First and second focal plane in the same scope. So when you buy a scope, you either get it first focal plane or you get it second focal plane. Well, here you get it in both. Digital first and second focal plane. It's got 7 reticles on it. Okay, so if you're a mil dot reticle guy, that's fine. It's in here. If you're a MOA reticle, it's in here, and it's got 5 different colors of the reticles. It sends the output to a monitor. So if you're in a bench setting, which I shoot a lot of my videos on the bench setting, okay, again, you don't have to get up on the gun. You can just have that little monitor right there and send all your output to that monitor. You know, work on focusing the scope, or you know, sighting in your targets versus, you know, up on top of the scope. So I highly recommend this. I've shot with it for about 3 weeks now. I've got a lot of cool video on it, but this is just the introduction to the scope. And here's the most important thing, and I waited till the end. Okay. Today, they lowered the price of this scope. It was $550. I just looked a while ago. They lowered the price of this scope to $494. $494 is the price of this scope. That includes one of the 2 lenses. So if you want the 2x lens with the aperture, it's $494. If you want it with instead of that, you get the 4x zoom lens, $494. That does not include a rangefinder. If you add the rangefinder to it with one of the lenses, it's $637 for everything you see here with one of the lenses. Or if you want both lenses and not the rangefinder, it's $629. If you want both lenses and the rangefinder and everything you see here, it's $772. Now, the makers of Oneleaf emailed me earlier and said, Mike, if your followers use this code through October 9th, we'll give them 10% off. 10%. And it's only to my followers. So if you go to the Oneleaf website, and I've got the link in my description, I got my the affiliate link in the description. It's the lowest price on the internet. If you use that link, there's going to be, when you go to the checkout, it's going to ask for a discount code. If you put in discount code, and I'll flash up on the screen, Backyard Air Guns NV500. So it's a special code just for my channel. Backyard Air Guns NV500. You get 10% off everything we just talked about. That's through October 9th. After October 9th, you still get 5%. So the 10% off is it's a limited time. So today's what, September 30th. So you got basically 10 days to get 10% off this amazing scope. Okay, that's it. This is part 1. I've got parts 2 and 3 coming up soon. Appreciate everybody watching. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.